A quick preview just 3 days prior to our sale coming up on Sunday, September the 29th at 12 p.m. We have this magnificent and large marble planter on pedestal. Look at all the pooty dogs. You've got heads here. It is painted white. Unfortunately, it's got cracks, but for such a rare size and model, we'll put up with that. I'm sure someone will mold it or repair it. Before we go inside, Steve, a nice selection of wrought iron, including this mid-century iron here, so chaises, sofas coming in the door. Before we get to our other appraisals for the more detailed thing, a quick look at what we have. We have this magnificent serpentine front continental burl, probably German commode. Wonderful condition. We won't go any further with that one. Over here we have really beautiful, wonderfully finished French provincial commode. Nice brass mounting here, as you like to find. Nice smooth open drawers, unlike that other one over there that caught me out. Here we have a 19th century French little leather top desk, signed Schweiner, I believe. Before we go in the main room, I know Keane is going to come up in the mid-century, but we're going to focus on this for a second. It's a beautiful cast glass pedestal by John Lewis. This is the piece that sits on top of it. It's signed, I believe it's numbered and dated in the 80s. Here we have some of the nice furniture we have. We have a set of 4 of these black lacquered chairs. Look at this marble top. It was probably a Japanese fixture of some stage with the champlevé at the bottom, turned into a beautiful table. Moving in the main room, I'm just going to quickly go over stuff because the other appraisers will pinpoint it more. You can see we have lots of art. Great selection of mid-century, considering we only ran 3 weeks ago, so we've been hard at it, the crew, and doing great. Thank you very much. We have a wonderful Nichols Chinese carpet, nice blue, beautiful carpet. Nowhere really. So we have other carpets, not a huge lot of carpets in this sale. We have some nice Victorian furniture, another 18th century provincial piece there. We have a Beacon Hill China cabinet. Lots of good furniture. This is a beautiful campaign chest, different with the little top pull-outs, and we've got the secretary below that. Moving right along, Steve, we've got chandeliers, we've got mirrors, beautiful burl walnut cabinet there. In the back room, we have a lot of mid-century Victorian. Nice little trolley there. We've got bells and whistles, all sorts of stuff. Bronzes, barristers, bookcases, lots of porcelains. And with that, I'm going to hand you over to Bruce, who will be a bit more detailed and fill you in. See you on Sunday. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. Kind of stole my thunder on those 2 nice commodes and that little signed French-mounted bureau plat in the front entrance. I'll show you some other items from that estate later. A nice local estate in Larchmont Manor. Some items in our showcase here's a lot that came in today. Beautiful Chinese, kind of imperial yellow, 20th century, kind of Fakwa with this probably has some good age, this little ginger jar or tea caddy. Another sort of common ginger jar, but this one's really nicely decorated. I hope you can see that detail. And we're loaded with Chinese and Japanese tray lots, an estate in Massachusetts. In today from our walk-in Wednesday is really a spectacular piece of Satsuma. Surely it's all signed with a Mon mark. You're going to be able to identify the maker. Hopefully it's one of the big makers. And a really nice quality little miniature pair of cloisonne with silver wire, Japanese, also signed cloisonne cabinet vases with sort of geisha girls. And we'll just go along the showcase, Steve. In yesterday from an estate in White Plains, a big Huschenreuter tiger or leopard taking down a bull. Down here from Long Island, the Charles X bronze clock needs a little attention, putting it back together. And here from a Rye estate, a pair of beautiful bronze urns, signed on the bottom, if you can see that. They were painted. We scraped off some of the paint on this one, and the other one's painted gold, but they're going to clean up beautifully. Really fine quality. And on the same shelf, sorry to shut this on you, 3 French bronzes, or not necessarily French. A French bronze here, Eugene Azelon, titled Marguerite. a beautiful face and quality, nice listed sculptor, unsigned, but late 19th, turn of the century, bronze knight, great quality. And I think he's German, Hans Panzer. It's kind of a caricature woman with these sort of elongated fingers and this satyr kind of face. Anyway, quite a well-known sculptor. And if we can just go along here, Steve, we have shelves of a nice pair of enameled vases as lamps. This just came in yesterday from White Plains. This one has good age, little insects and butterflies drilled as a lamp, but a beautiful enamel decorated vase as a lamp. And you know, this came in last walk-in Wednesday, a pretty important piece of Argy Russo. Unfortunately, it's got a pretty good size hairline right here, but we thought it was good enough to give it a shot at auction. And more tray lots of Asian. You can look on our website and see all the details, but we made really big tray lots, a beautiful set of 3 Chinese watercolors here, signed, butterflies. More tray lots of Chinese, all antique or vintage after the antique for these archaic bronze pieces. In the back, a nice lot of sensors, many of them signed. There's like five or six sensors in one lot. You can see the details on our website. Off Chinese for a moment is a beautiful little empire, French Empire, with a crystal insert. It's got a little chip in the insert, but maybe a parfumer or something. Clarke. Here's a pair of balustrade vases. Here's another balustrade vase with a cylinder vase. Here's one big lot of rose medallion or rose mandarin, little miniature terrine. I think we have the underplate for that, covered vegetables. That's all one lot. And then here's another lot with a beautiful pierced, all 19th century, beautiful pierced bowl, fruit bowl. And here, Steve, one of the nicer Chinese items in this upcoming sale is a pair in perfect condition of 19th century rose mandarin garden seats. Really beautiful attention to detail. Another rose mandarin big vase with gilded food dogs. Finely painted with birds and butterflies, rose mandarin punch bowl. This we had here not long ago. It was a little problem. A nice Chinese export tray with armorial crest at the top. Plate with armorial crest at the top. Just a sampling of 3 antique ginger jars, blue and white, nice size. And here, Steve, just came in today on our walk-in Wednesday, a group of 6 antique Japanese woodblock prints, all by well-known artists, all identified on the back. Utagawa, Toshikata. Anyway, nice group of Japanese woodblock prints, 6 of them, I think. And here, a nice Chinese blue antique vase with a label on the bottom of it identifying it. You can see the details of that label on our website. And here's a lot of 4 hardstone items, 3 snuff bottles, maybe 1 jade, 1 carnelian, all very nice quality. This one is particularly nice with dragons around it, all nice. And here, a late 19th, early 20th century Japanese lacquered fitted storage cabinet. Really nice quality with gilded decoration. Quite simple, but a nice antique one. And from our Larchmont estate, if you can come over here, Steve, a Swiss music box, a comb music box, 6 tunes, I think. Here, a nice 19th century carved hardwood, sort of faux bamboo chair, really a beautiful Victorian chair. Good condition, that cushion's kind of awful. Here, an antique Chinese hardwood bench. You can see the detail of that carving. From the same estate in Massachusetts, this antique, mid-19th century or older, chinoiserie decorated little step-back cupboard, has adjustable shelves inside. They're all in the bottom. More Chinese furniture, this set of 4 chairs. These corner chairs go with these 2 side chairs. And here, Steve, for continental furniture, is a pretty unusual, it's kind of like a sofa table, but it's double-sided like a partner's desk also. Oh, I don't know if it was a writing table or a sofa table, but early to mid-19th century continental, maybe Austrian or German. Nice marble figure of Ariadne, 19th century kind of grand tour on a beautiful green marble base. From a storage unit in Connecticut is this set of 8 antique, late 18th, early 19th century Regency armchairs, cane back and seat. The decoration's been redone, but the age is there, and they're beautiful, delicate chairs with nice handmade silk cushions. And they're around first half of the 19th century, probably William IV, gilded in ebony. It's actually ebony and not ebonized. You could see in the sunlight that the top is ebony. It'll be hard for you in this light to see the grain. Anyway, a split pedestal dining table. Ron already mentioned this little goat cart, and they're not so rare, and this one's been a little touched up, but we have the original photograph of a young boy with his dog in this cart, which is sort of extraordinary. You're not going to see that again. So that makes a nice package and a nice story. Not so old, maybe 1970s or so, but huge bronze lanterns, terrific quality, had to be expensive, and surely someone can use these. Anyway, that about wraps it up for me, and I'm going to turn it over to Nelia. We hope to see you this Sunday.
Thank you, Bruce. Sunday sale is full of mid-century artwork, and I'm going to start here with this very large and very important painting by Roy DeForest. DeForest is a California-based artist known for his very colorful and whimsical paintings. This one was done in 1982. It's a polymer on canvas entitled Swamp Fever. You can see we have all sorts of textures and patterns, these kind of folk art type animals, a very imaginative world and landscape that he created here. This is from a Rye, New York estate. This is coming up with a $12,000 to $18,000 estimate. So we're really excited about this. We've got a nice big inscription on the back and a Phoenix Art Museum label as well on the verso. And just below, keeping it in the mid-century vein, is an Ivo Hopfman. This is a 1955 watercolor and ink. This is by a German painter, but really nice, colorful park scene. I hope we do well by the consignor. This came in on a walk-in Wednesday a couple weeks ago. So we'll see how our audience receives it on Sunday. Just up above, we have a nice early 20th century painting by Frank Will. This is a French or Parisian street scene. This is fresh out of an estate. There is an old gallery label on the back that dates this to 1925. It certainly looks to be the 1920 period, kind of a rainy street scene. We do know that this needs a bit of a cleaning, and this has a couple tears. So it needs a little bit of TLC, but it's really well painted. This will be offered with a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. This is one of a few old masters that we have in this auction. This is by Willem Caff. who's actually a Dutch 17th century still life painter. This is a bit different from what you usually see. Often you'll see a lot of vessels of different textures, metals, glass on a table. Here we actually have fruit and flowers, but we have William Caff's monogram down in the lower right corner. The age is certainly right. This is a bit of a discovery piece, and someone needs to take a crack at it, but we're offering it with a rather low $800 to $1,200 estimate. This oil on canvas by Vilmos Abanovac is called Traveling Circus. I just think it's a really great subject. You've got the trombone player and the harlequins. You've got an acrobat and monkeys. And Abanovac is a Hungarian artist working in the first half of the 20th century. We're offering this with a low $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. I should be conservative. I hope it blows through that. This large oil on paper or cardboard possibly is by Joseph Glasgow. Glasgow was an American artist. This is signed and dated 1955. He was a friend of Jackson Pollock and known for a lot of his abstract works and also for these very disproportionate figures. This one called The Death of Procreus really captures a lot of his pieces. Recently, a piece like this sold for about $27,000 at Christie's, I believe, just a few years back. This is up with a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate from the same Rye estate as the Roy de Forest. Another large-scale work by 20th century American artist Sam Messer is this piece called Double Portrait, or Pink Toe, as we see here. This is also from the Rye estate, as a lot of the larger mid-century and contemporary pieces we have. This is one of 4 works by Messer, purchased originally by the consignor from the Ruth Siegel Gallery in New York for $9,000. We have it with a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate. A nice large painting for not a lot of money, if you ask me. I hope it will do well. I think it's a great representation of figures here. Before I move on to the rest of the hall, I just want to quickly show you we have a typical Charles Levier here with the 3 street women signed down in the lower right, nice inscription on the back, out of a Westchester estate. This is a terrific painting. This is by Ramon Oviedo, and this comes from a Brooklyn home. Great, also mid-century, wonderful use of color. I just love the sun behind him. Oviedo is a Dominican artist, I think born in the 1920s, working really through the 50s, 60s, 70s. This is one of 2 works we have in this sale. The other is a very figural piece with nudes. Here we have a work in the style of Guardi. This is San Marco Piazza in Venice, and we think it could be 19th century, but possibly earlier. We have taken a black light to it. There is a bit of in-painting that fluoresces under UV light. It has been lined. There are good signs, positive signs of age here. Nice, big, expansive canvas showing the busy plaza. This is one of my favorite paintings in the sale. I think it's just a wonderful subject, great use of light. This is by Frank Dumond, an American painter, worked in the late 19th century into the early 20th century, and I think an underrated painter. This work is done in grisaille. It is an oil on canvas. It's just been framed behind glass and laid on a board because of its delicate nature. Unfortunately, there are paint losses throughout, and it seems to be in a kind of a brittle condition, but I just think the woman holding the child in the air with the sunlight beaming down on them and the little girl with the hoop, it's just terrific. Signed and dated 1890. This also came in on a walk-in Wednesday. We have it with a $500 to $700 estimate. We have 3 pieces in this sale by Antonio Maria Blanco, a Filipino artist working in the 20th century. These from the same Rye, New York estate I've mentioned several times. They're what we call sculptured poems, or what the artist called sculptured poems. So here we have these artist crafted and carved hand-painted frames with text or poetry and hand painting on the interior. We've got an artist signature. and these are done in the 1970s. The consignor did meet the artist. She was in the Philippines. Unfortunately, this one is missing the glass, so we do have a couple tears to the paper. Blanco typically sells oil on canvas works of nudes that can sell in the 6 figures. So these sculptured poems are really quite unusual. We're offering them with estimates of $800 to $1,200 and $1,000 to $1,500. But what's really great about this is the frame, the hand-carved frame. We do have a bit of splitting, but that's only natural with an old piece of wood. So this one's entitled This and That. So pretty neat. We have 2 others like this in the same vein in this sale. So I just think they're pretty cool. One last old master I want to show you is this. This is a Peruvian school painting, and this was featured in a Sotheby's Park Bernay sale in the 1980s. They do characterize it as a Peruvian school. We've got St. Joseph with the Christ child there. If you see the very antique frame, been through quite a bit over time. Really nice piece. We also have one of the Virgin Mary from the same school in this sale. So that's just a small taste of what's coming up on Sunday. I hope to see you there, and I'll send it over to Keen, who will give you a wrap up with the mid-century. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Nelia. We have a great selection of mid-century in this upcoming sale, and I'll start right in the front here with this beautiful George Nelson for Herman Miller thin edge chest. It has the aluminum pulls, gorgeous fitted interior, nice early Herman Miller circular label on the inside, wooden feet, and right behind me, another great piece of mid-century, the Aro de Lucci tree enamel floor lamp, a rare early example with the chromed star base and the gray, black, and white shades. A very fine example of mid-century lighting. I'll continue on into the back room here, Steve. See, we have this great modernist signed bronze little coffee table. We pulled out of a storage unit in New Canaan, Connecticut. A really nice, kind of funky look to this. From the same storage unit, we have this great looking 2-seat sofa by Milo Bauman. Beautiful condition on the chrome. Recently reupholstered, nice mohair, perfect condition. And next to that, we have these 2 Arturo Pani bronze, very heavy coffee tables, probably early 70s. Great condition, has that wax on the bronze, which gives it a great patina. Over here, we have one of many, many pieces of Paul McCobb. This is a great vintage Paul McCobb Planner Group set with the sliding doors. Here into vinyl, it has the fitted shelves, great for 12-inch LPs, a nice little audio cabinet. This will be along with another sliding front server that I'll show you in a minute. A lot of mid-century selections of seating, including this T.H. Robs John Giving style pair of armchairs. This one has the tan or the brown leather, this one has the black leather. In the middle of those, we have this nice R-way server with the sliding glass front on here. Drawers and doors and a beautiful brass feet, gives it a really nice mid-century look to it. In the middle here, great set to be sold as one lot is a Milo Bauman for Thayer Coggins smoked glass and chrome based dining table with 6 nice velvet chairs, or crushed linen or velvet with the chrome base. Had a set of these chairs in a different upholstery, did quite well in the last sale, so we expect the same this time around. Right here's a Paul McCobb piece that I showed you that goes with that small audio cabinet. It does have a kind of split to the top lip here, but otherwise it has a nice original sliding doors, fitted interior, great construction. More Paul McCobb, as I mentioned before, a 6-drawer chest in a lot with these two 2-drawer units. They are detachable, but we have them up here because they're sold as one lot. A nice rosewood top with 3 extension leaves and chrome curved base. Kind of looks like Milo Bauman, unsigned. Over here, just a nice example of a lucite bar. Has all the proper holes for any kind of drink that you like. Nice wooden top on that. More Paul McCobb 2-drawer low table to be allotted with that chest that I showed you a minute ago, and these 2 headrests, T-card and a lamp, also in the lot. This one is Carl Springer, great condition, probably the original shade. It's a nice old vintage shade, great condition. The chrome base, lucite with the string plug inside that. A set of 4 Aero Saarinen for no swivel chairs. All 4 of these chairs do swivel. They have the BR50 bases, the Tula bases. And over here, a nice Magistrati for Gavina, convertible coffee table, brushed steel top. This piece lifts up to have a cabinet fitted interior, a nice little storage compartment here, nice square base on the bottom, pretty good condition. There is some sliding to the top, but that's easily fixed. More Paul McCobb. This one has a really nice painted front, drawer front with the fold out accordion doors. Very nice, great interior, some minor wear, but overall very good condition. Over here, we have two of my favorite pieces in the sale in the mid-century selection. This amazing, very unique, industrial style glass top table. Has a spine look to it, almost a railroad tie. Has a very industrial look, like I said, very beautiful. Definitely a one-of-a-kind piece, and I absolutely adore this piece. On top of that is another one of my favorites in the sale that should do very, very well, is a Philip Lloyd Powell freeform hanging shelf. Here are the legs for the console that hook into the wall, and on the side here, Philip Lloyd Powell's signature. Authentic, has the butterfly key. This is a great, great piece. Once again, more Paul McCobb. This is a 8-drawer server or chest with the detachable 2-drawer unit on top. This one has a darker finish to it, but also very nice. Back here, 2 Dunbar-esque rolling ottomans, great vintage upholstery on that. In the middle, a possibly custom Dunbar with a D label, great rosewood table, a long table. We have more Milo Ballman bed sets in the back, which you can see during the previews or in the catalog. Right here are some other unique pieces. This is one lot of 2 670 lounge chairs by Ray and Charles Eames with the upgraded spinny back, blue, light blue leather. Some condition issues to the leather, but it's just a great set. Comes with the ottoman, 2 chairs and an ottoman in the lot. And that's just a small example of some of the things that we have in the mid-century selection. So we hope to see you there on September 29th, and I'll shoot you over to Whitney. She'll cover you the jewelry. Thank you.
Thank you, Keenan. I'll be presenting the jewelry and sterling selection for a September 29th sale, starting with 2 pieces of estate fresh jewelry from a Fairfield, Connecticut estate. We have this beautiful pendant here with a central pearl and diamond and emerald accents, accompanied by this aquamarine and amethyst pendant. 2 very beautiful pieces in this sale. From a local Larchmont estate, we have this pair of deco style 18 karat white gold sapphire and diamond earrings. And also from a Larchmont estate, we have this 14 karat yellow gold diamond tennis bracelet, a really great piece. And here we have a Fabergé sterling cigarette case with a nice blue cabochon closure and a gold monogram on the outs. And on the interior, it is marked 88 with the Kokoschnik mark, as well as AH for the maker's mark. It does come with an interesting letter of provenance that can be read on our website. And here we have a multi-piece Jensen hollowware and flatware lot, 2 pieces of Jensen hollowware with nice ebonized handles, as well as a Jensen serving piece in the Viking pattern. A beautiful 3-piece enamel lot in this auction from a Greenwich estate are these 3 pieces of Russian enamel flatware. One of them is believed to be by the Russian artist Ivan Klebnikov. Really great enamel work to these pieces, very beautiful. And also from a local Larchmont estate is this antique jewelry lot of amethyst, seed pearls, a really nice lot here. From a Stamford, Connecticut estate is this platinum and diamonds brilliant cut diamond ring. It is accompanied by a 2011 appraisal of this 1.26 center stone. And also from our Greenwich estate is this George Jensen sterling bracelet, number 168. Great design, great look to this piece. And one of 8 pocket watch lots out of a Manhattan estate are these 4 watches here. Interesting design and really great looking pieces here. And now onto the sterling selection in this sale. We have out of a Greenwich estate, we have a very large flatware set, approximately 295 pieces, It is a Reed & Barton set in the engraved Hepplewhite pattern, weighing in at approximately 270 troy ounces, not included any of the pieces with stainless steel blades, so it is a very heavy, large lot in this sale. We also have many multi-piece hollowware lots in this auction, and I've just chose a few pieces to take out of our multi-lots, and these are 2 Gorham, Sterling, and Chagrin flasks in this sale. Kind of an interesting look and nice pieces in this sale. Another item out of one of our multi-piece lots is this Gorham covered vessel. Really nice, beautiful engravings on here with figures. A nice piece out of a Greenwich estate. And another flatware lot in this sale are these 3 serving pieces. One of my favorite pieces in this sale is this Gorham cream ladle. It is Egyptian Revival in the silence pattern. An interesting piece. And it's accompanied by this Reed & Barton ladle as well as this large gravy ladle. Out of the same Greenwich estate is this very large William B. Durgan serving tray. Nice floral scroll work to the stepped rim and a central cartouche with monogram, weighing in at 180 troy ounces. It was originally with this very large tea set of 12 pieces. It is William B. Durgan for Bigelow and Kennard. This lot weighs in at 203 troy ounces. A great lot in this sale. And that about wraps it up for our sterling and jewelry selection this sale, and we hope to see you at our auction on September 29th. Thank you.